Another day, another spoiler. Who does Archie choose between Betty and Veronica? Well, I have the answer, and some of you aren't gonna like it. What's going on, YouTube? So it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. I mean, besides getting another Riverdale spoiler from yours truly, we get a brand new episode of The Flash and The Fosters. Not to mention the challenge. Every Tuesday for me is always the day. It's the day that I have 3 of my shows coming on all at once, all within a 2-hour span. I have The Fosters and The Flash coming on at 8, and I have the challenge coming on at 9. And you know, I try to tweet around these times, and I try to post some Instagram posts around this time and give some live updates about what I'm watching and my thoughts going on at the time. I quickly learned that is just it's simply not possible. Not if I want to really pay attention to what's going on. I mean, it's hard enough flipping back and forth between channels between the Fosters and the Flash, but to do that and also tweet, I tried doing that before, but I'm just a simple Smurf. I can multitask, but I have a limit. And even though I have DVR and I can rewind, I quickly find that if I attempt to do this, I'm going to turn a 1-hour show into 3 hours. I've done it before. And once again, I'm gonna have to decide which show to watch first. Ever since these shows started coming on at the same time, the first couple of weeks I chose to watch The Fosters first, but the last week I watched The Flash first. This week, I'm probably just gonna flip a coin, but we shall see. I mean, really, it doesn't matter the order. I'm gonna end up watching both episodes before I end my night anyways, so yeah. So now let's get on Riverdale. Probably one of the bigger spoilers that I've come across, and that is the conclusion to this whole love triangle, at least in the first season. So who does Archie choose between Veronica and Betty? Who is gonna win his heart over? Who is he gonna choose to spend the rest of season 1 with? I mean, it's a tough decision. On one hand, you have Betty, the beautiful blonde. But Betty truly is an amazing character and an amazing person. She's loyal, she's kind, she's never given anybody a reason to not like her. And then on the other hand, we have Veronica, the new girl. The beautiful brunette. The girl that lights up every room that she steps in. The girl with the very strong and confident personality. And although not perfect, you can count on her to be a real friend and loyal to you in the end. Archie closet scene aside, and the kind of girl that you would love to have in your corner. I mean, both of these girls deserve a wonderful guy. Which kinda makes you wonder why Archie is involved in the first place. They should both be in a love triangle with Jughead. But of course, it's always the fuckboys that get the love triangle. Never fails. So according to this spoiler, who does Archie choose? Well, unfortunately for Archie, Ronnie / Varchie shippers, despite having feelings for Veronica, he chooses Betty in the end. Oh, how shocking. The couple that you flat out told us was endgame in episode 1 is the couple that you're going to choose, at least in season 1. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed in this, only because it was the most predictable route to go in, and I kind of wanted them to, I don't know, I guess shock me or something, because I've been saying since the very beginning that I thought that Archie and Betty was going to end up together over Archie and Veronica. I've always thought that since day 1. It just seemed too obvious to me. But like I said, I'm not completely, pissed off by this, because even though I probably like Veronica and Archie more than Betty and Archie, I do kind of like Betty and Archie, and I can get behind the idea if the chemistry picks up a bit and if Archie stops being a gigantic fuckboy, which quite frankly, I just don't trust him to do, especially if Miss Grundy ever makes a comeback. Oh, may God have mercy on your soul if Mrs. Grundy comes back and you cheat on Betty with her. The Barchie ship will forever be dead to me if that happens. I'll set the bitch on fire myself. But if you guys know me, then you know that it's really hard for me, if not impossible for me, to get behind a one-sided ship, which is exactly what Betty and Archie are right now. And according to the spoiler video that I just put out recently, that's not gonna change until Betty and Jughead start messing around. It won't be until then that Archie all of a sudden starts getting these feelings for Betty and starts to want more than just friends. So I'm like starting to get really worried at this point that I'm pretty much going to be destined to ship ships on this show that probably aren't going to be in game. I mean, let's just think about this for a moment. I ship Veronica, aka Veronica and Betty. I ship Bughead, aka Jughead and Betty. And I ship Archie, Ronnie / Varchie, aka Veronica and Archie. All ships as of right now that don't look like they're going to be in game. Go fucking figure. Another show and more shipping torture that I put myself through. Now, lucky for me, I'm not completely in love with any of these ships yet, so it won't be all pain and misery, at least not right away. All I can do at this point is to hope and pray that I don't completely fall in love with Veronica or Varchie, or Bughead for that matter, because if I do, I don't like my chances of not being heartbroken yet again. I really don't like my chances when it comes to Veronica and Archie though, because they have already displayed to me on multiple occasions that they have the ability to have these great moments even with no words exchanged. They can have these great moments just with their eyes. And that's a part of having great chemistry. Being able to have great moments without really trying very hard. So, like I said, needless to say, I'm terrified. I'm terrified that this ship is going to rip my heart from my chest and then run it over with a semi-truck. I really do think that that's my destiny right now, bitches. I usually try to be optimistic, but I mean, come on. With my shipping history, how optimistic can you possibly be? Another one of my all-time favorite ships, Delana, they're having a reunion very soon. So if that goes the way that I'm hoping it does, then maybe my optimism will be a bit higher going forward, because at least one of my top 5 favorite ships besides Corpanga would be in game. But we shall see as far as that goes. God, I hope I'm not gonna have to make a rant video on that. Please, God, no. But remember, guys, this is just season 1, and considering how great this show is, I mean, I would be shocked if it was canceled after just 1 season. So who knows what we get in season 2. I'm still hoping that Veronica is the real endgame. But let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But I'm done talking. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. But as always, until next time.